All right, today we're gonna bring a dome camera. This is a 4K camera. It's a PoE camera, so you go set it up on your infrastructure. If you don't have power over Ethernet, there's also a power adapter here. Now this one requires a PoE, like I said, so you need to have the infrastructure for this one. But if you have a system, a DVR that contains it, you could just plug and play here. Now to configure, we're gonna do the configuration online, but before that, they give you a template so you can hang this anywhere, pretty much. Instructions how to set it up, and also waterproofing your camera too. All right, connections for your waterproofing your cameras, the adapter that goes in within the Cat 5 or Cat 6. All right, one thing I forgot to mention, if you don't have a DVR or you want to have this just with a MicroSD card, it's located in the back. All right, so they give you the actual tool to remove this, and actually you have to remove the dome too. You could just remove the dome, so you could actually screw in the screws. It has 3 screws. That's what the actual template's for. But today we're going to start with the removing the actual casing here. All right, when you open it up, this is what you read it for. It tells you there's a memory card you're supposed to install here, so you don't have to have a DVR. You could run out the memory card. Another thing is that it has a reset button right here, so you got to remove this in order to access that stuff. All right, let's take a look at the actual system itself. Now the camera, you're actually able to capture live footage at 4K, really high quality. If you guys can see, this is my front of my house. I placed the camera in a place where a lot of deliveries get done, so I want to keep an eye on things in there. Anybody come in my property, I want to be able to capture that stuff. And this is the day mode that you're looking at right now, but I want to show you some of the stuff that you have available here. You have playback, picture, and then configuration. Playback, of course, you could go back into different dates. Right now, we don't have that much date saving here, but you could go back a couple of days and capture and record or transfer this recording to somewhere else. Now, picture itself, under picture, it's like if you capture any kind of footage or anything like that, it will save a file in here. Configuring, this is configuring the whole system itself. So if you have different formats, say you have a DVR and so forth, this is where you have to come in and give the IP address, get the get the system to actually understand it. Now, in the beginning, when you log in through the browser, you're gonna get identify and you're gonna be able to change the password there. Remember to change the password to something that you're going to remember, because for images, we don't have that many images, but this is where you actually have to change the exposure and so forth, night to day mode, and keeping lights on, and tracking, and events. And events is going to track a lot of anything within these squares, and you could erase them if you want. You could come in here and erase them and do, manipulate them. You could actually change this to only a certain section to capture, and it'll automatically start capturing. So right now we have capturing pretty much everywhere. Storage, this is where it's going to fill up every day, and you could come in here and find out if it's capturing or not. It tells you what days it starts capturing and so forth. Right now we don't have that much data in here to actually fulfill this, but as soon as we do, you could come back on Monday. You got 0 to 24 hours. All right, so that's what you got to know about on the system. Let's go live. On the system, you could turn on the lights in here. You could turn on alarms. You could set up a voice to communication, so two-way audio on one way or two. You could send the messages so if somebody's in the front door. When you set it up on your phone, this is how you're gonna actually set up. If you want to identify whoever's in the front, you could talk to them and send the messages and so forth. Now, here's on the right hand side where my mouse is at right here, you actually see the light function, motion sensor, and so forth. So if you put your mouse over it, it tells you right there. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna record myself in the front and we're gonna see how I look. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we're gonna set up the camera. Set up the camera first in the entrance right here. Testing 1, 2, 3, capturing, demo. So we're doing demo shot.